Alright, welcome back to the East Pond Reviews. Again, doing the Star Wars Episode 1 action figures with the Comtech chips. This one is R2D2 with booster rockets. This one I had when I was a kid. I remember this figure a lot. I remember how the twist action here. How you twist and those little things come out. I imagine this one for the Comtech chip will probably be alright. But alright, without further ado, let's open up R2D2. Again, I'm always surprised how these figures have held up. That is some tough glue for almost 30-some years. Alright, let's look at his Comtech chip there. R2D2 hologram, astromech droid, on Queen Amidala ship, R2D2. Alright, let me clean this up and then we will get to this figure. Alright, so here we have R2D2. I imagine all the R2D2 figures, you twist it and then it opens that up and then pop that down, and then the rocket boosters come out. I remember that being a much bigger deal when I was younger. But I imagine there's not a lot you can do with an R2D2 figure. Like, as soon as you have one that is like this, they all pretty much are the same. And that is that. I mean, it's a pretty good figure. I mean, it's just a classic R2D2 figure. I don't know if this would be any different than the ones before it. I remember I had one that the lightsaber sprung out, in Return of the Jedi. Luke's green lightsaber. But other than that, I mean, I think R2D2 suffers from what C3PO suffers from, is that, like, you really can't do that much with the figures other than, giving them a new paint coat, a new paint job or something, or maybe some kind of accessories, but the figure itself is that. But this one here, now we can blast around space or whatever he does. I don't remember him using those in Episode 1. I may be mistaken. I think Episode 2 I remember him in there. But there we have it. R2D2. He does come with a little hole. I was wondering that if he... And we will put him on his chip thing. He really doesn't need it. But we will stick him on that for when we look at his Comtech chip reader. I imagine this one is going to be okay, just because it's, it's a bunch of beeps and... Oh, I am maybe mistaken. That sounded terrible. That one's okay. Okay. Okay, that's, I mean, I expected a lot better, but I shouldn't have. It says on the back that it interacts with Anakin Skywalker, C-3PO, Jar Jar Binks, Padme, and Jedi. I don't know what that is. So let's see him interacting with Jar Jar Binks. And I'm pretty sure you just...
What? You think I found that? What? You think I found that?
Okay, I guess that's how they interacted. I probably expected better when they interacted, but I really have no excuse of it. That's just my own expectations. I imagine it's just this one says it, then this one says it, then this one says something. I thought they would actually interconnect, but obviously they don't. it just sounded like a bad distortion. I'm always surprised at the quality of that. I mean, it's almost 2000, so I guess, I don't know. I said before in other reviews, it always reminds me of something like in the early 90s. Those, Tiger Electronic games, whenever they would have voice or something like that, it sounds like this. Like, this should have came out in, like, 1993 or something, and for 2000, I'm not sure where the iPod and all of that stuff was at around that time, but you figured this would be a little bit better. But that is the R2D2 episode 1 figure. I mean, it's great. R2D2 is always a great little figure. It looks fantastic. There's not much you can probably do wrong with a C-3PO. I'm sorry. With the R2D2 action figure, this one has rockets that come out, and you can fly around now. But other than that, I mean, it's an alright figure. It's, it's classic. He's a classic design, classic robot. You can pose him like that. So you can, not too much you can do with a R2D2 action figure. Maybe I'll get another one to compare him to, but I mean, he's fine. It's a fine figure. The Comtech chip is very lacking, but I mean, it's just going to be a series of beeps and boops and, whistles that R2D2 does. But that is my review. Thank you for watching. Tune in for more of these reviews. Like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Thank you.